to everyone. I'm so happy to be here today with you. Now, Breast, do you have a breast day? Because we just put all this stuff on the stage, and Sergey he's trying to be invisible. It's we wanted to show you probably sometime what is going on here during the preaching. And now you see that I have a pink mood, and I have privilege to preach about joy. Joy, joy, joy. So just smile with all our teeth, how many we have, and show to our neighbor. Just smile to your friends or family with who you are now. Are you smiled? If yes, just put like that. I know that you're smiling. You're smiling. That's fine. You know, it's so hard to preach about joy. Okay. I have one question to you. Who has in this season or just in your life? It's my joy is going here. It is just going what he wants, but on the stage. Okay. So, do you have less of joy? Do you want much more joy? If you can say yes, just put plus on stream, and I will ask our volunteers to be active, and I will follow you. Okay, that's fine. I want to see your reaction. I will try not to be a teacher, but it's very hard for me. Okay, so we need so much joy, and from all this preaching, joy is the only positive emotion for on these topics, and it's the emotion that we like to be. If we don't like to be on angry mood, on fear and sadness, but in joy we want to be. It's our purpose. We are trying to be happy on our life. That's what we are doing. Sometimes if there are purpose number one, people are searching, and sometimes they can't to found. Just somebody makes photos of me. I will make jokes today because I'm preaching about joy. I have this pink corner and just wanted to put some crown, but I saw that I have already one, so I will not put one more. What is the joy? I like joy very, very much. It's very hard to preach because joy for me is something natural. To me, it's very nature to be joyfully, and it must be happen something that will stop to joy, and it's very hard for me to explain these natural things because if it is not natural. But I also want to make conclusion that I will preach about joy, uh, like emotion, and we will not talk about happiness as a fruit of Holy Spirit, and it's big a spectrum of uh, topic, but emotion, it's how we express our thoughts and our mood. What emotion, what they're doing, they're expressing our mood. they explore inside out. What is going in our head, in our heart? If we have not good mood, what we are doing, we just show it. If we are sad, or we are also make some faces, but emotion of joy is always smiling, active. Sometimes we have calm happiness, but I will not talk because our pastor and Dasha, they have calm joy, but I have very active joy, and I'm jumping after I have some problems because I will talk too much, and sometimes it's not for good. But pastor likes this uh, because that's why he married me. And also you like it? Okay. And what is emotion? Emotion, it is a resource that we are born with. God gave it to us, and it can't be sinfully or faithfully, but it can be natural. All our emotions, they express inside out what is inside us. If we have sin inside us, so our emotions will be sinful. If it is Holy Spirit inside us, we will show holy emotions. It is very simple. Emotions, it's like money. It's not good or bad. It's a resource that show our inside world. And when we will be rich, everyone will see who we are. Or opposite, when we will be very, very poor, we also will show to the world who we are. And emotion, they can change us, like also like money. And emotion like angry for injustice, we can change the world. And then another side, angry, with anger we can destroy ourselves. Or emotion of sadness, we can go deeply, deeply in depression. So emotion is resource that we are born with. So somebody needs to work with emotions. Somebody born in a very poor family, and this person need to work hard to pick up these resources. But somebody need to work on his emotions, and it's possible to change your way of thinking and become the positive person. And for somebody, the person is very emotional, positive, and this person need to teach himself to use his emotions in right way. And today we will talk about very nice emotion, joy. What brings joy to our life? Just don't will tell this, it is family, Jesus, heavens. It's very good, find things in our life, but they don't give us emotions. What what gives us emotions? So balloons I don't like. Balloons don't give me emotions because I'm screaming when I heard that it's blown up. But I like very, very much when I see beautiful decor, and I just making like this. Oh yeah, it's so so nice, it's so beautiful. Oh, it's super. I like very much when somebody makes for me cacao with marshmallows. It's very tasty. I just want to try. I want to drink my cacao with marshmallow. I can't do this. Love.
amanhã marshmallow. Ganhei muito crush, ganhei uma
Yes. So marshmallow is clay to my cup. I need some cocktails. Oh, that's happiness.
Outro
That's
detalhe,
joy.
diário, viu? Nossa,
I like
olha, hoje eu
cacao
comi
with much. I like very much
bem pouquinho.
coffee
Mas eu
in the
gosto.
morning to my
Eu
bed.
acho que sim, né, amiga? Vamos lá, vamos
I
cheerful.
like very very much Christmas.
It's a summertime.
It's the
Ai,
best
comi.
holiday in the world. It's better than my birthday. It's on the second place. It also brings me a lot of positive emotions.
Preocupada.
I like very very much presents.
Eita, trouxe. E esse negócio
That's
de Deus
my
sempre traz
all.
presente.
If you want to
Olha,
bring me good mood, just bring me present. I like surprises. That's my all. It's very easy with me. And if there is some meat at home under the Christmas tree, I'm so joyful and happy. I'm mad of holidays. I'm mad of laughing with adults and kids. That gives me joy. Just write, please write what brings happiness to you. Or you like, as me, like to drink some marshmallow from your favorite cup. It's, it's like Instagram picture. I like this very, very much. My mood is improved at that moment, and I'm just starting the what's a wonderful day. But if I have coffee in not my cup, in not my favorite cup, in not my favorite plate, but I will eat very very much and will go to work, but will not have this joyfully mood. You know, for Sergei Majuga brings happiness me. It's I'm very happy for him. For Kata brings happiness tasty meals. And salary also brings happiness. So please write what things brings uh, happiness to you, joyful mood. I like surprises. I like when somebody makes surprises for me. You know, not so many people they can do this, but I'm so happy when they did it. And for Philippians 4:4, there was written that we need to joy always. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again. Rejoice. It's very, very important to joy. When? Always. Always. We need to learn to have joy always. But um, who found that how many times we are in happy mood when when it's birthday, it's party, and it's surprise and it's so cool. For how long time we are happy? How long? Ooh, and it's that's fun. Dramatic pause, and that's all. Oh, and joyful rental. It's our happiness went out. It's for for seconds. Our happiness as emotion is not for so long time, but how long we are don't like something. Probably somebody made for you present cacao with marshmallow, But then we go to the kitchen, and there are a lot of dishes from yesterday, and your day is um, not so good. But all if somebody will bring you the second time cacao, it will not deal with it. It will not help. The time for happiness so quickly, but so long we're sad or negative emotions.
Если вы замечали, поставьте плюсик. Если вы не замечали, напишите
If you found out this, just
позитивно. Да?
put some like or plus.
И что нам нужно
And
сделать?
what we
Нам нужно
can do
сегодня, наша цель,
today is our
самая
purpose
главная у нас цель, научиться, как нам
to
быть
learn
больше как радость.
how
Что
to
сделать, чтобы
increase
радость была
our
больше,
joyness and
чаще?
happiness, to make it
Кто
more
хотел дольше радости?
long. Who
И
wants
только после
for
какао.
more long time have to be happy after surprises and
И чтобы
parties,
это было
and
чаще,
that it will be much more
второй
often.
какао тоже
The
работает.
second cacao also will
Да,
work.
абсолютно. Мы хотим.
We
Мы
want
этого
this. We
хотим.
want this.
Мы хотим быть
We
счастливыми.
want to be
И
happy.
единственная
We want
цель,
to be joy.
чтобы быть
It's
счастливыми.
purpose for somebody to be
И у некоторых
happy,
не получается.
but
Иногда.
sometimes
Это
it
тоже.
just
Но счастье и радость это другое.
didn't
Мы об этом
happen.
попозже поговорим. Хорошо?
And we'll talk about
Все.
this a little bit
Значение
later.
слова радость.
So,
Внутреннее
meaning
чувство
of joy,
удовлетворения,
it's an inner feeling of
удовольствия,
satisfaction,
веселое
pleasure,
настроение и
cheerful mood, and happiness,
красоты.
and all your
Запоминайте.
inside feeling that you effect on your face.
Востребованное обращение.
It
Да?
is
Это
also
значение
affinite
радости.
treatment. It's the
Является
meaning of the joy.
положительным внутренней
It's
мотивацией
positive
человека. Радость считается
increased
противоположной грусти.
motivation of a
Почему?
person. Joy
Радость
is
должна
considered
являться от удовлетворения
that
и
the opposite
удовольствия.
of sadness.
Противопоставлять ей. Ты можешь радоваться,
You can be
но ты не
happy
переживаешь боль.
that
Или
you
любовь,
are,
когда
or
радуешься.
you can be happy on the period of some illness or
По-своему невероятно
um,
бывает вещи,
some pain.
которые правда сложно.
For example, sportsman
Женщина
that
побежала в речку,
make some
но ходит
sports
босая не может
and he
заработать.
feels his
После
muscles,
своего
but he is
проплыть
happy
мышцы
because
покорежили.
he became more stronger. Or for girls who make some sport
Неделю она у нее будет
for
болеть.
press, and
Мышцы будут
she's very happy when
работать.
she feels some
Показывать
pain
обращение.
on her
Не
um,
обязательно нам было
body
приятно,
because
да?
she
Это может быть совсем
understands
по-другому.
that her body is
Чувствуется
much more
радость,
better
когда
after
мы,
sports.
кстати,
There are so many different
существует
mm,
разные радости.
um,
Радость от
joy.
созерцания.
For
Созерцание
example,
Творца, да?
the joy of
Или когда мы смотрим на
contemplation.
небеса.
When we see something beautiful and we think, oh, so beautiful.
Это замечательно.
I like so much that I made.
Радость от
The
движения.
next
Когда мы
a
едем
joy of
самолетом,
moment
да?
when we are going
Едем на машине,
on the
то
car
мы не знаем, то
forward.
периодическая
When
радость.
we are not on car jam, it also brings us happiness, joy. Joy from sadness. We can
Я не
be
знаю, какая у вас
joy
есть, но мне
from
очень
sad.
приятно
I can't
слышать
give you some example. I don't
общее
know how
выражение
it is
радости.
working, but
Радость общения.
the next one, the
Да,
joy of communication.
ну
When we
хорошо,
are
раз мы видим друг
joyfully
друга.
after
Радость от
some
знаний, когда мы узнаем
parties and
новое.
talks.
Вау,
The
что
joy of knowledge when we are joyfully
супер.
that we
Радость от
know
красоты.
something new.
Супер,
The joy of
вау.
beauty, that we are
Просто
beautiful
обалдеть.
and we
Когда
are
мы смотрим
happy.
красоту, и нам радостно, да, творчество,
It's
картины,
when we see some
декор,
pictures, decors,
природа.
architect,
Это радость от
nature,
красоты, которая нас
the joy
окружает.
of
Радость
beauty,
жизни.
the joy of life.
И иногда
And
радость,
sometimes
есть такое,
from this
есть
there is
бесчувственная радость,
causeless
когда мы
joy.
просто радуемся.
No reason for joy, but we are happy, we are
Просто смешно.
joyfully.
Просто смешно. Вот
And just like this, at my home, my parents saw that causeless joy is not normal. But I decided to be like this because I want to be joyful person, no matter what they will think about me. You know, very intellect people, very clever people, they are very hard for them to be joyful because they are all the time they are thinking. And I decided to to be clever or to be happy or joyful, because happiness, joyful helps me to believe, to it helps me to get over some hard situations. It's not so hard, and one day after day, it helps me in my daily life. It helps me to uh, uh, with my hope. So I don't want to tell that a clever person can't be happy or joyfully, but it was my choice to be. And I also think that I'm the cleverest and the joyfully person in my person. It's like win-win. Thanks God that my husband didn't react for this sentence. Okay, that's my. Uh, I told in the beginning that I will joke a lot and laugh a lot during this preaching. One of the minuses of the joy, the most un- thing that I did, uh, uh, and after that I lose my reputation. It, it was when I was very very happy. When I don't control my emotions and my tongue, please Dasha be focused because camera is waving. When I can't control my emotions and my deals, I'm doing what is joy tells me. And next day when joy goes out, it's not so joyfully for me. So joy has also minuses, so be very um, be on focus. I don't like alcohol. I don't drink at all. Uh, and my husband, he told that I'm like alcohol because where I'm joyfully, I'm like under alcohol, but it's not. It's no difference. No matter, or I'm after drink, or I'm just joyful. So for me, happiness, joy, it's like alcohol. But we're talking about emotions. I hope it's theological preaching. When we are joyfully at home, my kids, they're just jumping, running, and it's like tornado at my home, and there's no limits, and there and they are not making something bad, but they are happy, but they are making so much rush and crush just our house. So we are trying to teach our kids to control our kids to control their emotion, to control their joy. So I just want every emotion, no matter it's positive or negative, it must be under control of God. It must be blessing. It must God must be blessed when I have some emotion, not just for my joy, not just for positive in my, but God blessed through my emotions. So how can we teach? How can we learn to uh, be joyful if we are only 3 seconds happy or joyfully, and then we found out that box is still on its place? How many times I asked to put in, in to the side these boxes and your things, and then after till the end of the evening, if you are not uh, told that all your sorts, there's no happiness, okay? Then you are start to be depressed. So it's very, very important for us to control our emotions, because happiness is expression of our inside world, and our emotions, they are it is react on our um, values, on our thoughts, on our feelings. So I will not be angry if we go out and there will be dirty, but I will be angry if I made my bed, but my kids come and jump on it, and they don't want me to be angry. So, emotion, it is reaction to show what is inside our heart and thoughts. And so, if we want more joy, we need to change what is in our heart and what is in our head. We can't control our emotions when it is a reaction. When we have some plan, what we are doing, what we are expecting, what we are doing, how we are working. But when no matter how I control myself, but when I am going on the street and I receive some cake or something blowing on my hand, I'm not happy. I'm sad. So what we need to do first? We need to change our values. We need to. It's very easy. Deuteronomy 26 had a strength. Then you and the Levites and the foreigners residing among you shall rejoice in all the good things the Lord your God has given to you and your household. You need to pay attention for your emotions, and you need you need to understand that it's very important. It's slowly process, but you need to change your values. But without it, you can't feel joy more. If you will see negative things, you will be all the time on their bad mood. And if you will pay attention for good things, you will be more joyful. It's the change of our values. Philippians 4:8. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admired, if anything is excellent and praiseworthy, think about such things. I think we need to learn this verse to know it, because it's very, very important. God told us about what we need to think. This is very, very important. This verse about our thoughts. Just imagine if we will think all about all these things, how much joy we will have. It will be much more longer. It will not just be for a second. It will be longer and longer. It will change way of our thoughts.
Então, para as pessoas que gostam da esmola, para tirar a
So,
casca
but we need to
da
start
manteiga
from something
quente.
small, from
E
one
antes de eu contar
step.
aqui uma dancinha de estoquinho, essa questão da manteiga
I want to
eu vou contar
tell
só uma
you
coisa, que acho que a senhora
uh,
falou.
that
Não todas as
I have
pessoas
no
têm.
battery on my
Acho que
computer and
eu
it's
vou.
only
Muito
5%.
provável que eu vou
I
fazer.
hope that I will finish.
Muito provavelmente,
We were in
esse
Jordan. We
esse é o
served
seguinte,
for people from Iraq that were hurted um, from ISIS. And there was one girl, we were sitting on the first road, and she told her story that the ISIS killed all her family. She survived. She got to Jordan, and she wanted to go to Canada because in Jordan it's only you are only waiting your documents, and she's only she's she waited this documents, and she wanted very very much to Canada, and she wanted to learn in university, and she was refused, and she was so disappointed. And Satan came to her and told her, You need to know one. You have nothing. Your family is killed. Your house is burned. You have no parents. They are killed. Your house is burned because you believe in Jesus. There is no country that can receive you. You are nobody. And it pained her so much. And at this moment, she understood that there was Satan, and she told him, he told me, I have Jesus. And still I have Jesus. I have all. And the joy came to her. We were on the first road and we were crying. We were shocked because sometimes we lose our joy because the iPhone is not that we wanted. In my iPhone, I have no memory and I can't make photo, but it's no matter for me. When our values will be the same as in God, our joy will be much more often and longer. When we, you know, she didn't have iPhone. Her parents were killed, but her values were in Jesus. Her value was Jesus. In if in your life you have Jesus, you have no reason to say that you have no joy and no reason to joy. We always have reason to joy because our values it's values of Jesus. And the second, um, it's gratitude. In hard periods in your life, you can be joyful. In hard periods, I want to say this one more time. In hard periods, you can be joyful, no matter how hard is it. Probably somebody betrayed you. Probably you lost something, or you search, or you're waiting for something. It's very hard for you, but you can have joy because near you there are people that are with you. There's Jesus near you. You have power that God's power. If it's not a reason to be happy, you are healthy. If you have some illness, you have power. We are going to have an we always can find reason to be happy. And the question, if we are searching for it, or if we are searching for the reason not to be happy, why it's like this? You just think, what it is? What's breathe? Why it's pink? It's not my favorite color, but it's just what I have. We always can find why we can be disappointed, what we need, but gratitude heart gives us reason to be joy. James first from 2 to 3. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. So when you're going through hard times, be joyful because you will be much more stronger, and be joyful. See who you will be after you will pass all your troubles. When you're doing sports, it's not pleasant. You need discipline. But why we are happy? But we see us in future with muscles and beautiful body. Joy and happiness, it's not the same. We can be unhappy, but have joy. We can go through hard seasons and there will be no happiness, but there will be joy. It's a great power. Our emotion, they can help us so much to be victorious. The 2 Corinthians 8:2. The Paul wrote about church in Macedonia. I like this verse very much. In the midst of a very severe trial, their overflowing joy and their extreme poverty built up in rich generosity. You know, when you lose something, when you lose really, really, like probably somebody from your family, and this church, they were also going this hard period, but the joy was with them. Our joy, it's emotion. Today it is with us, and tomorrow it is not. It can be very quickly, like this. Very fast flying moment, and it's over. But when the God comes to us, when our values like it, you can't see, but there's flowing some wind. When the God comes, when His values come, our joy is not the same. I want to encourage you that your joy, it will be God's joy, and its foundation on God, and it is not just fast flying emotion. And if something going not right that you wanted, you're just blowing up with angry. I just wanted to do this so much. I want to encourage you to pray today because
Радость — это эмоция.
joy is emotion.
Она показывает, что у нас внутри.
It shows what is inside us.
Поэтому поменяем наши ценности.
Let's change our
То, что
values.
важно для Бога, станет важным для нас.
That's what is important for God. It will be important
Наша
for
семья с
us.
любовью.
Our family around
Наше
us.
понимание в семье.
If we have
Наша церковь.
understanding,
Наша
if we
церковь,
have our church, if we
атмосфера.
have our cacao with marshmallow,
Это замечательно.
it's great.
Давайте радоваться
Let's joy
радостью.
with God
Что
joy.
внутри нас было
That
благодарность.
inside there will be generosity for this gratitude for this day that Jesus died for us,
Благодарность за то,
that
что у нас
we
есть.
will on heaven.
Мы
Let's
так
be
благодарили,
gratitude
мы так благодарили Бога, что
for what we have, where we live. When we were in Jordan, we were so
она нас
gratitude that we are live
разбухает.
in Israel.
Научи нас себя готовить.
I want to encourage you. Change yourself from inside. Come to God
Я хочу, чтобы
and
мои
say
эмоции
Him
были радостные
that
эмоции.
your emotions will be
Какие ценности мне нужны?
joyful emotion.
Как мои
Show
привычки, которые
me
мешают, как
your
научить
values.
меня
Show me
благодарить,
everything that I need to thank you.
чтобы радость
That
наполнила нас.
joy will fill me up.
Чтобы наша эмоция, радость,
That
она была
emotion,
длиннее чаще,
joy, it will be longer, often,
и она обогащала нашу жизнь. Радость
and it
помогает нам проходить
fulfill
трудности.
our life.
Она
It
проходит
helps
трудности,
us to
но она
go through hard
становится.
seasons.
Это наше
It
обязательство.
like treatment.
Давайте мы склоним наши головы.
Let's pray.
Если вам нужна эта радость,
If you need this joy, just turn to Jesus.
дорогой Господь,
Dear God,
я благодарю Тебя, что Ты
I'm so thankful to you that you gave us our emotion. It's a great gift.
которые нам направляют,
It's so great to live,
которые нас направляют,
but
учат
our
нас.
emotion they are teaching us
Мы учимся понимать свои
to
эмоции.
understand ourselves.
Я прошу, Господь,
And ask
мы
you,
нуждаемся в Твоей радости.
we need
Мы
in
хотим
your
видеть
joy.
эмоции радости.
We need
Это
your joy,
экспрессия позитивная,
this
она
expression
И
of
неважно,
your
какой
joy.
сезон мы
No
проходим,
matter what
хороший
season
или
we are
плохой,
going through,
или мы проходим
is
супер позитивный
spring
сезон в нашей
or
жизни, мы проходим сезон
winter,
утрат, сезон
or is a
недовольства.
season of
Пусть
losing,
радость, как эмоция,
let's
выходит
enjoy
и показывает,
as
что
emotion
наше
is going
сердце
out of our
принадлежит
heart,
Твоим мыслям,
and
что ты
that show that
удовлетворяешь
our
сердце.
heart has your values. I'm so
Пусть
thankful to
наша
you,
радость
God.
не взрывается, но утешает
And
тебя, потому что
just
ты
not
знаешь, что
our
твоя
joy
помощь,
flow up
она
with
готова
like these
свидетельствовать
balloons.
в наше сердце.
We are giving to you
Действительно,
our
Господь,
heart.
сейчас.
We need you,
Утеши
God.
наше сердце.
Come to our heart.
Наполни, Господь.
Fulfill it. Show me.
Моя
Put everything on its place. That my joy be longer and more often. Thank you, God. I'm so grateful to you. Amen.